Ephesians 4 verse 6 says, there is one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. That caps off the 7 ones in Ephesians 4, 4-6. And this is all a call to unity. This is all reasons for our unity. This is what the Spirit of God does to make us one in Christ and be unified. And we've seen the 7 ones, and to cap them off, it's one God and Father of all, who is over all and through all and in all. What a great line, packed with eternal, soul-changing truth. And this is one God of all believers. This is not one God and Father of all people because he created them. No, this is one God and Father of all believers. And as you well know, that verses 4, 5, and 6, that the Son is spoken of, the Spirit is spoken of, and now the Father is spoken of. But this last one is about the triune God. So we need to name Father in that, one God and Father. But it's about one God, the triune God over all, who is over all, through all, and in all. Over all, sovereignly ruling. Through all, powerfully working. And in all, presently near. The closeness of God, the nearness of God, that he lives in the believer, which is a mind-blowing, mind-numbing idea, because we sometimes think of God as outside of us, and the Bible speaks of him as dwelling in us, that literally the glory of God. And I brought up on Sunday the Shekinah glory of God, which that word is not found in the Bible. If you've studied the Bible at all, you know that. A lot of Christians assume that it's in the Bible, but the Shekinah glory of God, but it's the idea of God dwelling with his people, in his people, and obviously in Christ. That is where it finds its best fulfillment, its ultimate fulfillment. And then one day we will see and experience the glory of God to the full in the new heavens and the new earth, in heaven, all throughout eternity. But now we get to experience God with us, Christ in us, the hope of glory, and over again in the New Testament, there's the promise, there's the assurance that God is with his people. So he is over all, he is sovereignly ruling, he is providentially orchestrating all things. He knows everything down to the smallest detail of your life. Take great comfort in that. And then he is working in and through all. Think of Philippians 1:6, he who began a good work in you will bring it to completion on the day of Christ, and that God is at work in you to will and do his good pleasure. Philippians 2:13, and then the idea of Christ in you, your hope of glory, and all of that. But God is powerfully working in and through the believer, and then in all, that he is near, he is present, and the presence of God is our greatest comfort and joy. And so there's a lot here to live out. There's a lot here to let sink into your soul and to give you encouragement and bolster you in your fight against the world, the flesh, and the devil, knowing you're not alone, and knowing it's not just you and Jesus, but it's you and the church that is indwelt by the triune God, and that you need your brothers and sisters in Christ much more than you think you do. And God has designed it such that our unity in Christ is perfectly illustrated by the triune God.